Welcome to my channel. Do you want to speak English better but have no one to practice with? You may understand English well, but speaking can still feel difficult. You may think you need a teacher or a speaking partner to improve. But you can start practicing English alone, right where you are. You can use your own voice, your daily life, and a few simple habits to build your speaking skills every day. In this story, you will learn simple ways to practice English alone, improve your speaking, remember useful words, and feel more confident when you speak. Stay with me because one simple daily practice can change the way you use English. Let's start now. Chapter 1. Stop waiting for a speaking partner. Many English learners want to speak English, but they wait for someone to practice with. They think, I need a teacher. They think, I need a friend who speaks English. They think, I will practice when I find someone. This is one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck. They want to improve, but they do not start. If you are in this situation, you can change it today. You do not need another person to start speaking English. You can practice with yourself. Your own voice can become your first speaking partner. This may feel strange at first, but it works. When you speak alone, you have time to think. You can make mistakes. You can stop and try again. Nobody is judging you. Nobody is laughing at your mistakes. You can speak slowly. You can repeat the same sentence many times. This gives you a safe place to build confidence. Many learners stay quiet because they are afraid of making mistakes in front of other people. They know the answer in their mind, but they become nervous when they have to speak. Their mind becomes empty. They forget simple words. They feel embarrassed. This problem is not always about a lack of English. Sometimes it is a lack of speaking practice. Your brain needs regular practice to find words quickly. The more you use English, the easier it becomes to use English. Start with something very simple. Look around you. Choose one thing and talk about it. You can say, this is my phone. Then say, my phone is on the table. Then add one more sentence. I use my phone every day. These sentences are easy, but they are useful. You are training your brain to create English sentences. You are also training your mouth to speak English. You do not need difficult vocabulary for this practice. Simple English is enough. You can talk about your room. You can talk about your clothes. You can talk about your food. You can talk about your work or studies. You can talk about what you're doing right now. Say, I'm sitting in my room. I'm drinking water. I am watching an English story. I am learning English today. These small sentences may not feel powerful, but they build a strong habit. There is another important point. Do not wait until your English is perfect. Many learners say, I will speak when my grammar is better. Then they spend months studying grammar but speak very little. Grammar is important, but speaking also needs practice. You learn many things by using them. Reading about riding a bicycle does not teach your body how to ride it. You have to practice. Speaking English is similar. You can read grammar rules, you can learn vocabulary. You can watch stories, but you also need to open your mouth and speak. Your first sentences may not be perfect. That is okay. Your goal is not perfection. Your goal is progress. If you speak 5 simple sentences today, that is better than speaking 0 sentences. If you speak for 2 minutes today, you have already taken a step. Try a small challenge. Give yourself 2 minutes every day. Choose one simple topic. Talk about your morning, talk about your family, talk about your favorite food, talk about your plans, talk about your job. Do not write a full speech. Just speak. If you do not know a word, use an easier word. If you make a grammar mistake, continue speaking. If you stop, take a breath and start again. Do not quit because of one mistake. You are practicing. You are learning. You are becoming more comfortable with your own English voice. After a few days, increase your practice to 5 minutes. Later, try 10 minutes. You may notice something important. Words that once felt difficult may start coming faster. Simple sentences may become easier. You may feel less nervous. This is how confidence grows. It does not appear suddenly. It grows through small actions repeated every day. You can also practice at different times during the day. Speak while you're getting ready in the morning. Describe what you're doing. Speak while you're walking. Talk about the places you see. Speak while you're cooking. Name the food and describe the steps. You can even speak quietly when you are alone at home. You do not need a special place. You do not need a special time. You only need a few minutes and a decision to practice. The important thing is to make English part of your daily life. Do not think of English as something you only study. Use it as something you do. Even a small amount of speaking every day can make a big difference over time. There will be days when you do not feel motivated. You may feel tired. You may think your English is not improving. Do not stop because of that feeling. Learning a language takes time. Some days feel easy. Some days feel difficult. Both are part of learning. Your job is to keep going. Every sentence you speak is practice. Every mistake teaches you something. Every small effort brings you closer to speaking English with confidence. Chapter 2. Turn your daily life into English practice. You do not need to sit at a desk for hours to practice English. Your daily life gives you many chances to speak. The things you see, the things you touch, and the things you do can all become English practice. Many learners think English practice means opening a book and studying difficult words. That can help, but it is not the only way. You can practice English while doing normal things. You can speak while making breakfast. You can talk while getting dressed. You can describe your room. You can speak while walking outside. These small moments can become useful English stories. Start with the things around you. Look at your room and choose one object. Say its name, then make a simple sentence. For example, this is a chair. Add another sentence. The chair is near the table. Add one more. I sit on this chair every day. You have just turned one object into speaking practice. You can do the same thing with a phone, book, window, door, bag, bed, cup, or computer. You do not need hundreds of words. You need to use the words you already know. This helps you remember them and use them faster. There is a simple way to make this practice stronger. Name the thing. Describe the thing. Talk about the thing. Suppose you see a book. First say, "This is a book." Then say, "The book is on my table." Then say, "I read this book in the evening." Now you are not only learning a word, you are building sentences around it. You are teaching your brain how to use English in real situations. This is very important because speaking is not only about knowing words. Speaking is about putting words together quickly. Your daily activities can also give you many topics. In the morning, talk about your routine. Say, "I wake up at 7. I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I have breakfast. Then I go to work." If you are a student, you can say, "I get ready for school. I take my bag. I leave home at 8. These sentences are simple, but they are connected to your real life. That makes them easier to remember. You are not trying to memorize random sentences. You are talking about your own life. You can also practice when you're cooking. Say the names of the things you are using. This is an onion. I'm cutting the onion. I need some water. The food is ready. You can practice while cleaning your room. I am cleaning my room. The floor is dirty. I need to clean the table. You can practice while shopping. I need some rice. How much is this? This is too expensive. Every activity gives you useful English. You only need to notice the opportunity and start speaking. This type of practice also helps you think in English. Many learners first think in their own language. Then they translate every sentence into English. This takes time. It can make speaking slow and stressful. You do not need to change this habit in one day. Start with very small thoughts. When you feel hungry, think, I am hungry. When you feel tired, think, I am tired. When you see rain, think, it is raining. When you need water, think, I need some water. These thoughts are short, but they are powerful. They help your brain connect real situations directly with English. Do not worry if your sentences are very basic. Basic English is not bad English. You need simple English before you can use more advanced English naturally. A learner who can speak 10 simple sentences with confidence is making real progress. You can slowly make your sentences longer. Start with, I am tired. Then say, I am tired today. Then say, I am tired today because I did a lot of work. You are adding information little by little. This is a natural way to grow your speaking ability. You can also choose one topic each day. On Monday, talk about your family. On Tuesday, talk about your work or studies. On Wednesday, talk about food. On Thursday, talk about your hobbies. On Friday, talk about your daily routine. You can speak for 2 or 3 minutes about each topic. If you do not know a word, do not stop immediately. Try to explain it with words you know. This is an important skill. Good communication does not mean knowing every word. It means knowing how to continue when you do not know a word. For example, maybe you forget the word umbrella. Do not become silent. You can say, it is something I use when it rains. You may remember the word later. This practice teaches your brain to keep moving. It also makes you less afraid of mistakes. You learn that you can communicate even when your English is not perfect. Give yourself a 5-minute daily challenge. Choose one activity and speak about it in English. Do not write every sentence before you speak. Look around you and use what you see. At first, you may speak slowly. That is normal. After regular practice, your sentences will come more easily. You will start noticing English in your normal life. A simple room can become a speaking story. A morning routine can become a speaking story. A walk outside can become a speaking story. The best part is that you can do this every day without spending money. You do not need a special classroom. You do not need to wait for someone. Your life is already full of practice material. Start using it. Speak about what you see. Speak about what you do. Speak about what you feel. Keep your sentences simple and keep your voice active. The more English you bring into your daily life, the more natural English can become. Chapter 3. Listen, copy, and speak better. Speaking alone is a great way to practice, but there is another skill you need every day. You need to hear good English. Your ears need to become familiar with English sounds, words, rhythm, and pronunciation. Many learners read English quite well, but speaking is still difficult. They know what they want to say, but they are not sure how the sentence should sound. They may speak every word separately. They may speak too slowly. They may feel unsure about pronunciation. Regular listening can help with this. When you listen to clear English again and again, your brain starts to notice common sounds and sentence patterns. You begin to hear how words connect. you become more comfortable with the natural flow of English. Choose a short English video, audio story, or conversation. Do not choose something that is too difficult. If you understand almost nothing, it can become frustrating. Choose something that you can mostly understand. One short conversation is enough. Listen to the first sentence carefully. Then pause the audio. Repeat the sentence aloud. Listen again. Repeat it again. Do this several times. You do not need to repeat the whole video at once. One sentence is enough. For example, you hear, "What are you doing today?" Pause it and say, "What are you doing today?" Then listen again. Notice the sound of the sentence. Repeat it until it feels easier. Do not only copy the words, copy the way the speaker says them. Listen to the speed, listen to the pauses, listen to the stress. Notice which words sound stronger. Notice how the voice goes up or down. English is not spoken like a list of separate words. Words connect together when people speak. When you copy a natural speaker, you begin to understand this better. Your pronunciation can improve because your mouth gets more practice making English sounds. You can use a very simple method. Listen, pause, repeat, listen again, repeat again. This method does not need a lot of time. 10 minutes can be enough. The important thing is regular practice. You do not need to listen to a new story every minute. Repeating the same short section can be very useful. The first time, you may hear only the main words. The second time, you may notice more sounds. After several repetitions, the sentence can start feeling familiar. This is how your listening becomes stronger. There is also a useful practice called shadowing. It sounds difficult, but the idea is simple. You listen to a speaker and speak along with them. You try to stay close to their speed and rhythm. At the beginning, you may not be able to follow perfectly. That is okay. Start with very short sentences. Play the sentence. Speak with the speaker. Then try it again without the audio. This gives you practice with listening and speaking at the same time. It can also help you become faster when you speak. Do not feel embarrassed when you hear your own voice. Many learners do not like listening to their English voice at first. They may think their pronunciation sounds strange. They may notice mistakes they did not notice before. This is actually useful. Your recording can show you what you need to improve. Record yourself saying 5 simple sentences, then listen carefully. Do not judge yourself. Look for one small problem. Maybe one word is difficult. Maybe you speak too quietly. Maybe you stop too much. Choose one thing and practice it again. You do not need to fix everything in one day. You can also compare your voice with the original speaker. Listen to one sentence. Then listen to your recording. Notice the difference. Maybe your sentence is slower. Maybe your pronunciation is different. That is normal. You are learning. Try again, then record it again. Small changes can become big improvements after regular practice. You may not notice the change after one day, but after several weeks, your speaking can sound much more comfortable. Listening also helps you learn useful expressions without forcing yourself to memorize grammar rules. You may hear a sentence like, "I'm not sure." You can repeat it and use it later. You may hear, "That sounds good." You can practice saying it. You may hear, "I'll call you later." You can copy it and create your own example. This gives you natural English that you can use in real conversations. Try to choose English that matches your level. Beginners can use slow conversations and simple stories. Learners with more experience can use interviews, stories, news, or longer conversations. The goal is to understand and copy useful English. You do not need to understand every single word. Focus on the main meaning and the sentences you can use. Give yourself a daily challenge. Spend 5 minutes listening and 5 minutes repeating. Use the same short audio for several days if it is useful. Speak loudly enough to hear yourself. Open your mouth clearly. Do not only move your lips silently. Your goal is to train your ears, mouth, and brain together. Remember, speaking is not only about knowing English. Your brain needs to hear English often. Your mouth needs to say English often. Your ears need to recognize English quickly. When these three parts work together, speaking becomes easier. You stop thinking about every single word. Some sentences begin to come naturally. That is a big step toward confident English. You do not need perfect pronunciation before you start speaking. You improve pronunciation by speaking. You do not need perfect listening before you start listening. You improve listening by hearing English. Give yourself a little practice every day. Listen carefully. Copy useful sentences. Record your voice. Try again. With time, English will start to feel less strange and more familiar. Chapter 4. Learn words you can actually use. Knowing many English words does not always mean you can speak English easily. You may read a word in a book and understand it. You may know its meaning, but when you try to speak, the word may disappear from your mind. This happens to many English learners. They have learned a lot, but they have not used those words enough. The problem is not always your memory. Sometimes you simply need more practice using the words in real sentences. Many learners try to learn 20 or 30 new words every day. They write long lists in a notebook. They read the meanings. They memorize them for a short time. Then they forget most of them. This can feel frustrating. A better way is to learn fewer words and use them more. 5 useful words or phrases can be enough for one day. The important thing is not how many words you learn. The important thing is how well you can use them. Try learning phrases instead of single words. For example, do not only learn the word decision, learn the phrase make a decision. Do not only learn interested, learn I am interested in English. Do not only learn practice, learn I practice English every day. When you learn a word inside a phrase, you also learn how that word works in a sentence. This makes speaking easier because you're not building every sentence from zero. Take one useful phrase and say it several times. For example, I am interested in learning English. Say it slowly, then say it at a normal speed. After that, change the sentence. I am interested in reading English. I am interested in speaking English. I am interested in watching English videos. Now you are using the same structure in different ways. This helps your brain understand the pattern. You can make this practice personal. Personal sentences are often easier to remember because they connect with your real life. Suppose you learn the word busy. Do not only write, busy means having a lot to do. Say, I am busy today. My brother is busy. I am busy in the morning. I am not busy tonight. These sentences are simple, but they give you several ways to use the word. You can do the same with almost any useful word. If you learn tired, say, I am tired. I feel tired after work. I was tired yesterday. I am not tired now. If you learn important, say, English is important to me. Practice is important. This story is important for beginners. You are not only learning vocabulary, you are training your speaking muscles. Review is also very important. You will forget words. That is normal. Do not feel disappointed when it happens. Forgetting does not mean you are bad at English. It means your brain needs more contact with the word. When you forget a word, look at it again. Say it again. Use it in a new sentence. Then come back to it later. Each review can make the word stronger in your memory. You can create a small vocabulary notebook. Keep it simple. Write the word or phrase, write one easy meaning. Then write 2 or 3 sentences. Do not fill every page with difficult vocabulary. Your notebook should contain English that you can actually use. You can also write phrases you hear in videos or conversations. When you find a useful sentence, save it. Say it aloud. Try to use it later that day. There is another speaking skill that can help you a lot. Sometimes you know what you want to say, but you do not know one word. You stop speaking. You become nervous. You may switch to your first language. Try a different approach. Explain the idea using simple English. You do not need the exact word every time. Suppose you forget the word umbrella. You can say, "It is something I use when it rains." Suppose you forget the word pharmacy. You can say, "It is a place where I buy medicine." Maybe you forget the word neighbor. You can say, "The person who lives near my house." This is a powerful skill. You are teaching yourself to continue speaking instead of stopping. Good communication is not about knowing every English word. Even advanced speakers sometimes forget a word. They may use another word. They may explain the idea differently. They keep the conversation moving. You can learn this skill too. Start with simple English. Use the words you know. Do not wait for the perfect word. You can also practice new vocabulary through questions. Take a phrase and ask yourself questions about it. If your phrase is go shopping, ask, "When do I go shopping?" Then answer, "I go shopping on Saturday." Ask, "Who do I go with?" Answer, "I go with my brother." Ask, "What do I buy?" Answer, "I buy food and clothes." One phrase can create a complete speaking practice. Try to use your new words during the day. If you learn early, use it when talking about your morning. Say, "I woke up early today." If you learn prepare, say, "I need to prepare for work." If you learn comfortable, say, "This chair is comfortable." When a word becomes part of your daily speech, it becomes easier to remember. Do not worry about learning difficult words just because they sound advanced. Your goal is useful English. A simple phrase that you can speak confidently is more valuable than a difficult word that you never use. Build your vocabulary slowly. Learn a few useful words. Make your own sentences. Say them aloud. Review them later. Use them in your daily conversations with yourself. Every word you use becomes stronger. Every sentence you speak gives your brain more practice. Slowly, the words that once stayed in your notebook can start coming into your conversations. That is when vocabulary becomes real speaking ability. Chapter 5. Practice real conversations alone. You can know many words. You can understand English videos. You can make simple sentences. But there is still one problem for many learners. They become nervous when someone speaks to them. They understand the question, but they do not know how to answer quickly. They think about grammar. They search for the right word. They translate in their mind. Then the moment passes. This can make you feel that you are not good at English, but you can train this skill alone. You can practice real conversations even when nobody is with you. Start by playing both sides of the conversation. You ask a question, then you answer it. Speak both parts aloud. Do not only think about the answer. Use your voice. Start with simple questions. Say, "What is your name?" Then pause for a moment and answer, "My name is Ahmed." Ask, "Where do you live?" Answer, "I live in Pakistan." Ask, "What do you do?" Answer, "I am a student." These questions may look easy, but they train you to respond in English. After that, make the questions a little more personal. Ask yourself, what did you do today? Give a real answer. Maybe you say, I went to work in the morning. I came home in the afternoon. Then I had lunch. Now I am learning English. Your answer does not need to be perfect. It needs to be real. When you talk about your own life, you have more ideas to share. You are not trying to remember someone else's story. You can practice many situations this way. Pretend you're in a shop. Ask, can I help you? Then answer as the customer. Yes, I'm looking for a shirt. Change roles. Ask, what size do you need? Answer, I need a medium. You can practice a restaurant situation. Ask, what would you like to order? Answer, I would like some rice and chicken. You can practice at a hotel. You can practice at an airport. You can practice meeting a new person. You can practice talking to a teacher or a colleague. This kind of practice prepares you for real moments. You may not know exactly what another person will say, but you become more comfortable with common questions and answers. Your brain starts learning how conversations work. You become faster at finding simple words. You also become less afraid of silence. Do not try to make every conversation difficult. Start with topics you already know. Talk about your family. Talk about your home. Talk about your work. Talk about your studies. Talk about your hobbies. Talk about your favorite food. Talk about your weekend. These topics give you familiar ideas. When you become comfortable, move to new topics. There is a useful rule for this practice. Do not memorize every answer. Change your answers. If the question is, what do you do in the morning? Give a different answer on different days. One day you can say, I wake up at 7 and have breakfast. Another day you can say, I wake up early and go for a walk. This makes your brain work harder. You are learning to create English, not repeat one sentence. You can also practice with a timer. Set a timer for 3 minutes. Choose one topic. Speak until the time ends. You may stop because you cannot think of anything. That is okay. Take a breath and continue. You can say, I do not know what to say. Then continue with another idea. The goal is to keep your English active. At first, 3 minutes may feel very long. You may run out of ideas. You may repeat yourself. You may make mistakes. Do not worry. After regular practice, you can speak for longer. Try 5 minutes later. Then try 10 minutes. Your speaking stamina will improve. You will become more comfortable hearing your own English voice. You can also use a mirror. Stand in front of a mirror and practice introducing yourself. Look at your face while you speak. Keep your eyes up. Speak clearly. Smile when it feels natural. This can help you feel more comfortable with eye contact and body language. Communication is not only about grammar. Your face, voice, and confidence also matter. Another powerful exercise is the 5-second answer. Ask yourself a simple question. Give yourself only a few seconds to answer. For example, what is your favorite food? Answer quickly. My favorite food is rice because it is simple and delicious. Then ask another question. What do you do in your free time? Answer. I like watching movies and listening to music. The goal is not speed for the sake of speed. The goal is to reduce the habit of translating every sentence in your head. Sometimes you will make a mistake. You may say something incorrectly. Do not stop the whole conversation. Finish your answer, then correct the sentence after you finish speaking. This is better than stopping every few seconds to check grammar. Real conversations keep moving. You need to learn how to communicate even when your English is not perfect. You can record some of these conversations. Ask yourself 5 questions and answer them. Save the recording. Listen to it later. Notice where you stopped. Notice which words you repeated. Notice one sentence you want to improve. Practice that sentence again. After a few weeks, record the same type of conversation. Compare the 2 recordings. You may notice that your answers are longer. You may speak with fewer pauses. You may sound more relaxed. These small changes are signs of progress. You do not need a partner to prepare for real conversations. You can create your own questions. You can create different situations. You can answer in your own words. You can make mistakes safely. You can repeat difficult parts. This practice gives you something very important. It teaches you to trust your English. The goal is not to sound perfect. The goal is to keep speaking. When a real person asks you a question, you want your brain to say, "I can answer this." You want English to feel familiar. You want to respond without fear. Daily conversation practice can help you build that feeling slowly. Your room can become your practice place. Your own voice can become your training partner. And every conversation you practice today can make a real conversation tomorrow feel a little easier. Chapter 6. Build a simple daily English routine. You now have many ways to practice English alone. You can speak about your daily life. You can listen and repeat. You can learn useful phrases. You can practice conversations. But there is one thing that makes all of these methods more powerful. You need a simple routine. Many learners feel excited after watching an English story. They practice for one day. Then they get busy. The next day they do nothing. After a few days, they start again. This cycle makes progress slow. You do not need a perfect routine. You need a routine that you can follow even on busy days. Start with 20 minutes a day. 20 minutes may not sound like a lot, but regular practice can become powerful over time. You can divide these 20 minutes into 4 simple parts. Spend 5 minutes listening to English. Choose a short story, conversation, or story that you can understand. Listen carefully. Do not worry about understanding every word. Focus on the main meaning and useful sentences. Your ears need regular contact with English. Then spend 5 minutes repeating what you hear. Choose a few sentences from the audio. Pause after each sentence. Repeat it aloud. Copy the pronunciation and rhythm. Say the sentence again. Try to make your voice clear. If one sentence is difficult, repeat it several times. There is no need to rush. A few sentences practiced well can be more useful than many sentences spoken only once. Use the next 5 minutes for speaking alone. Choose a simple topic and talk about it. You can talk about your morning. You can describe your room. You can talk about your family. You can explain what you did today. You can talk about your plans for tomorrow. Keep speaking with the English you know. If you forget a word, explain the idea in another way. If you make a mistake, continue. The purpose of this time is to make your brain create English without depending on a book. Use the final 5 minutes for conversation practice. Ask yourself questions and answer them. You can practice common situations. You can pretend to meet someone new. You can practice ordering food. You can practice asking for directions. You can talk about your hobbies. You can answer questions about your work or studies. Change your answers. Use real information from your life. This makes the practice more natural. If 20 minutes feels difficult, start with 10 minutes. 5 minutes of listening and 5 minutes of speaking is still useful. If you have more time, practice for 30 minutes or even an hour. The exact number of minutes is not the most important thing. Regular practice matters more. 10 minutes every day can be better than 2 hours once a week. Try to choose a fixed time for your practice. Maybe you practice after breakfast. Maybe you practice before going to bed. Maybe you practice during a quiet part of the afternoon. A fixed time can make the habit easier. You do not need to wait until you feel motivated. Some days you will feel excited. Some days you will not. Practice anyway. A habit becomes stronger when you continue even on normal days. Keep a small English notebook. Write useful phrases that you hear. Write mistakes that you often make. Write sentences that you want to remember. Do not fill the notebook with hundreds of difficult words. Keep it simple. For example, write, "I am used to it." Then make a sentence about your life. "I am used to waking up early." Say it aloud. Use it during your speaking practice. This turns your notebook into a speaking tool. You can also record your progress. Once a week, record yourself speaking for 3 to 5 minutes. Choose a simple topic. Do not read from a paper. Speak naturally. Save the recording. After a few weeks, listen to an older recording. You may hear changes that you did not notice every day. Maybe you speak for longer. Maybe you pause less. Maybe your pronunciation is clearer. Maybe you use more words. These changes can give you motivation when you feel that you are not improving. Do not compare your English with someone who has been learning for years. Your progress belongs to you. One learner may improve quickly in speaking, another may improve slowly. That is okay. Your job is to keep moving. You do not need to become fluent in a few days. You need to become better than you were before. There will be days when you make many mistakes. There will be days when you forget words you learned before. There will be days when English feels difficult. Do not take these days as proof that you cannot learn. They are part of the process. Keep practicing. Your brain needs time to build new habits. Every sentence gives it another chance. You can also make your routine more interesting by changing the topics. Talk about your childhood one day. Talk about your favorite food another day. Talk about a place you want to visit. Talk about a movie you enjoyed. Talk about your goals. Talk about something you learned. This keeps your speaking practice fresh. It also helps you learn different types of vocabulary. Most importantly, do not wait for perfect conditions. You may not have a speaking partner. You may not have much free time. You may not know many words. You may make grammar mistakes. You can still start. Use the English you have. Speak simple sentences. Listen carefully. Repeat useful phrases. Practice conversations. Record your voice. Do it again tomorrow. Your English can improve through small daily actions. One sentence today can become 10 sentences later. 2 minutes can become 10 minutes. A few useful phrases can become real conversations. The change may feel small at the beginning, but small progress becomes meaningful when you continue. You do not need to be perfect to speak English. You need to practice. You do not need someone beside you every day. You can begin alone. Your room can be your classroom. Your voice can be your practice partner. Your daily life can give you topics. Your mistakes can teach you. Your consistency can build your confidence. Start with 20 minutes today. Keep it simple. Keep speaking. Keep listening. Keep learning. One day, you may look back and realize that the English that once felt difficult has become part of your daily life. That progress begins with one small decision. Practice English today and give yourself another chance tomorrow. Thank you for staying with me until the end. I hope this story showed you that you do not need a speaking partner to practice English. You can start with your own voice. You can practice for a few minutes every day. You can listen, repeat, speak, and practice real conversations. Small practice can create big changes when you keep doing it. Now it is your turn. Choose one method from this story and practice it today. Do not wait for tomorrow. Start with 5 or 10 minutes. Then come back and do it again. If this story helped you, please like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more simple English stories that can help you speak with more confidence. And tell me in the comments, how do you practice English alone? Write your answer below. Your comment may also help another English learner who is facing the same problem. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep practicing. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Every sentence you speak brings you one step closer to confident English. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next story.